And then, last night we were like, okay, what's the system? Do you want to do a night alone? And then the next night I do a night alone? But I am...
Can I be honest?
Yes.
I don't trust you to do a whole night by yourself. I feel like it will rock her schedule so much if you do a whole night by yourself. And then we'll pay for it the next day or 2 days after.
And I'm okay with that. That's why I suggested I will go till 1 a.m. because I'm a night owl. I'm up late anyway.
Yeah.
So I will make sure that you can sleep till 2 or 3 in.the.morning for the last 2 feedings. That's what we did yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I was scared too, man, because the day before, holy crap, dude, she didn't stop crying.
She started at 4 p.m. and she didn't stop till
9 o'clock.
She finally passed herself out at
Dude,
9.
it is so heartbreaking because you're just like, I've changed you. I've cuddled you. You go through the gamut.
I've now fed you twice.
Yeah, you go through the gamut of what, and then so then Renee was like, hey, you take her for this next hour and try. So then I would try for an hour.
And then you're like, I can't anymore.
And then I'm like, hey, Renee, you gotta help me, man. This baby is not, something's up, And then of course, Renee's got the freaking temperature. Is she a fever? Is it and I'm like, I don't know. So then last night, we were on that
what's gonna happen?
So then I volunteer. I'm like, all right, I'll go till 1. And then I'm like, oh shit, but what if it turns into last night? I don't know what to do.
Well, that's what you said. You're like, I'll take the first part of the night. You pass out early. And I was like, I said, I can't. We don't know what the evening's going to be like. Like, you need a partner if this goes south.
Right, well, and then Renee goes, okay, she goes, she will eat at 9. She'll wake up at 9 and eat. So I'm like, okay. But then I forgot to ask her, what do I do if she doesn't wake up? Do I wake her up and feed her at 9? Or do I just wait? But then I don't want to wake her up, right? I'm like, well, I don't want to wait Renee. And then I'm also watching Cobra Kai, right? And Elizabeth Shue is now, I finished it last night, but Elizabeth Shue's a part of it, and that was one of my crushes. Oh, I crushed hard on Elizabeth Shue, dude. And she still looks pretty decent, But then, so now it's 9. And I'm in there, and then I just stare at her. I'm real close because it's dark, and I'm like, what's going on? And then so I go back out, I watch TV, and then I'm 10 minutes later, I'm like, okay, I'm 9:25. We'll do 9:25. Okay. If she doesn't wake up by 9:25, maybe I'll wake up Renee. Maybe. And so then this is 9:30, and I'm like, okay. And I'm over there staring at her. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I don't know what to do. And then I go, all right, I'm just gonna wait, and I'll feed her when I feed her when she wakes up. And then she didn't wake up till 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And then she takes forever to eat. She's a little lady. She eats a little. She's very dainty about it. Garrett was like, burp, fart, shit. All right, what are we doing next? This one farts beep, little beep, little lady. But and then that was another thing. I didn't know whether to, because then I put her back down. So proud of myself. Put her back down at midnight, and I slide her right by Renee's bed, right, and I leave. I'm so proud of myself. I'm like, I changed her, I fed her, I put her down, she's asleep, but then I'm like, oh shit, I haven't told Renee if that I fed her at
what time?
11.
Yeah.
But how do I communicate with her? And then Renee's like, again, super mom. Literally, when I put her over there at midnight, she's like, when did she eat? Text message. What time did she eat? Did she eat at 9 and 11, or when did she eat? I'm like, shit, okay. She ate. So then when I text you, it was already 1 a.m, and I'm like, so can I go to bed or what? Is my shift done? I just want to know.